Guys, I have something to share, or call it a story, of me being a black girl from Africa working with white people and together with African Americans, but in the same working environment. So I'm gonna share with you some of the things that I experienced in my working environment. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to see my face again, please click that subscription button and subscribe for me. And if you're a returning subscriber, I always appreciate your support. One thing I should start with, guys, is that I learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because I'm always with people, some of them are discriminative, some of them are really good, especially teachers. Some of them are discriminative, some of them are not discriminative. In the school that I work with, when people get contracts, before they sign, they read through. So there's somewhere where it's written discrimination or racism is not allowed in the school environment. So most of the teachers, especially white teachers, they are always trying so hard not to display discrimination acts in the working environment towards black people, towards black students or black staffs, because we are always the minority, which is something really nice, guys. So they try as much as they can to not display discriminative behaviors in the working environment, because some of them, if they do, you can get fired. So majority of them try as much as they can to avoid discrimination. However, there are those that are born naturally and they don't like black people, or they don't want to work with black people or to have something to do with black people. So for them, they try to keep a distance away from any black person they see. And also maybe you can find discrimination in the working position, because they don't normally give black people big positions around the school environment or around the working environment. So maybe that's where you can see there's discrimination going on, there's discrimination happening here. But without that, you cannot really tell that discrimination is happening, unless if you are able to note such things. But they normally hide it, they don't show it directly. Even white teachers, if you're working with them in the same classroom, they don't show discrimination towards your face directly. It's always the way someone can treat you, and then you realize, oh, this person doesn't like me, and then you back off from that person. But they don't show discrimination towards your face like that, which is something good that I really like. Someone can just give you attitude, and maybe sometimes you might be walking in the corridor, and then there's someone who has issues with you as a black person, and then before you know, maybe if the person is walking from left, you are walking on the right, the person can just stand behind and go. Sometimes you can find someone and then you say hi, and then the person just look the other side and doesn't reply back. So those are the signs, the indications they give you, and then you come to realize, oh, this person is like this and that. That's how they show racism, but they don't use words. So far, I've not seen someone who does that. Actually, for me, I've worked with white people who are very nice to me compared to my fellow blacks. And in fact, in my position, in the job that I do, I'm more comfortable working with white people than working with my fellow blacks. Yes, I am. I rather work with white people than my fellow blacks, because I'm even more comfortable and confident working with white teachers than black teachers. Yes, I am comfortable with white people than black people. That is the truth. Most of them, the black teachers, are coming from the States. They are African Americans. But me, I'm comfortable working with white teachers than them. I'll make a video and give my reasons why. Yes, I know, guys, it sounds quite funny, and I know most of you're gonna say, oh, you are black, why are you not comfortable working with your fellow black when you're a black person? But I have my reasons, and I'll share them in my next video. But again, I'm not saying all black teachers are bad. This is my experience and this is my story. So you might be out there and you are working, especially in a school, and you have white teachers and black teachers are working for you, white teachers are not working for you. So for me, in my experience, white teachers works for me more than black teachers that I work with or black staff. So if you have your different story, well and okay, and that is nice. So for me, I'm just sharing what I experienced myself. I've also met some African American teachers that are very nice to me. So I'm not saying all of the black teachers are bad or African American teachers are bad. Some works for me, some don't. But I'll make a video for you to explain why I'm saying this. And also I can realize that racism towards students or towards black children in a white school by white teachers depends on individual or a particular teacher. There are some teachers that really love black children. You know, most of the black children are really smart and they are very disciplined. I mean, which teacher doesn't like a well-disciplined student? They always love students that are very disciplined. And most of the black children, they are few in schools and they are very disciplined. Most of them don't give hard time to teachers. So teachers loves them. Like, However, not all of them. I have seen so many teachers that loves black children and they support them. They make sure they are doing well. They make sure they are performing well. They make sure they are giving feedbacks to the parents. They make sure black children are performing well. And I've also seen the worst teachers towards black children. And if I mean a bad teacher towards black student, that teacher is very, very bad. If you find one of them and your child is going in one of his or her class, just know it's bad, because teachers who do not like black children, they are always very bad towards those children. And such children in schools, they suffer the most. Those are some of the black students you're gonna find when they look scared or some kind of worried. Those are the students you're gonna find somewhere sitting by themselves. They have nobody to play with. They are not even confident enough to speak by themselves, or not even to raise a hand in the class when a teacher is asking something that they know they can explain or they can teach others, but they decide to keep quiet because they are not confident in the class. And sometimes they have nobody they are sharing with. For example, even their parents don't care. They don't have time to ask them what's going on. What is happening in school? What did you do today in school? Those are kind of black students that you find in school very frustrated. They cannot share anything in class with anyone because they are scared, and at home nobody is really bothering. So it turns to be a full package of frustrations for them, hence affecting their performances in school. So to all my black parents out there that are watching my video right now, it doesn't matter if you're watching from Africa or United States of America, whether you are Africa or African American, and you are watching this video and you are a parent and you have your child going in a white school, and maybe your child, he or she is the only black student in the entire classroom. And if you don't know if your child or your children comes back from school, please ask them how many days in the classroom. But this is only for those parents that are having students schooling in a white school or studying with white children. And please, I'm giving you my advice for free. Don't pay me. I'm not asking for money. The only thing you should do for me, just subscribe to my channel, because I'm giving you free information. I'm giving you small advice. It may sound small as I'm saying, but it plays a big role in your children's performance in school. So please, if you're watching this video and you are one of those parents that I mentioned, please take this advice seriously. So here's my advice, and I want you to listen carefully so that you don't miss a thing. Dear my black parents, please always make sure your children has got a good upbringing, because charity begins at home. We have that saying that says, in Africa, charity begins at home. So try as much as you can and teach your children good manners. And also parents, try as much as you can, no matter how busy you are, try to take part in your children's homework. Try to teach them some new things that are related to their school syllabus so that they can be more smarter. And also try to ask them what they are studying in school so that you can help them with things they are learning in school. It plays a big role in your child. In fact, it boosts confidence. When a black child is very smart, they are normally loved by white teachers. So please parents, take part, get involved in your children's homework. Whenever they come back from school, try to sit down with them and ask them what they are going through in schools, because you might be sitting or may be busy working, giving them everything they ask, but when they are dying inside with some things that they are not able to tell you because you are not sitting down and ask them what is really bothering them. So black parents with children that are going in school with white children, you need to work on that. Get to know your children. Don't just say because you are sending your child to school that teachers are doing all the jobs for you. There are some things that teachers are not doing, especially if your black child has learning difficulty or maybe behavior problem. Teachers don't really care. They don't pay much attention to such students, because remember, there are so many students in a classroom and they need to take care of each and every one. So you do not expect them to give extra time to your child when they have lots of children to handle. Besides, most cases, a lesson takes only 40 minutes. So if in 40 minutes your child is not able to grasp what the teacher said, sometimes they end up being left behind, because the teacher doesn't have time to go back again and start teaching your child separately. Not saying teachers are not doing their job, but just remember, a classroom has got lots of students and some of them have worst behaviors and worst manners, and the teacher will not have time to create extra time for your child in school. So try as much as you can, my dear black parents, and take part in your child academics. And also parents, try as much as you can to make friends with teachers. Some parents are very rude to teachers. If a parent is bad or rude to a particular teacher, teachers also don't pay much attention to those children for those particular parents. So please, now I'm talking to my black parents. Always try as much as you can and be friends to a teacher who is teaching your child. Because most of the times, teachers knows your child than the way you think you know your child. So please try as much as you can and be friends with teachers. I've worked with American schools under American curriculum, and I've also worked with British under British curriculum. So these people, they are all the same. They are just rotating all over the world. They are the same. That's all I wanted to share in this video, guys. I didn't want to make this video very long, and I hope it's not long. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.